Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on this video tonight. This is for all the Wired owners out there. I want to ask you guys a question. If you're a Wired Freedom or a Wired Cruiser owner, I'm pondering something. I bet you probably are too, so I want to talk about that tonight. So let's go on the ride. Alright everybody, thanks for coming out for this ride with me tonight. Appreciate it. A little bit of a cloudy night. We gotta enjoy it while we can. Turning into fall. And Minnesota is a shorter riding season than most of you guys have, so we'll take advantage of it when we can. Anyway, going out for a ride tonight. Just gonna do a quick one. Supposedly no rain in the forecast, but it doesn't look all that promising, so I'm just going to stay close to home tonight. And before we get into it, I just wanted to mention too, if you haven't seen my other video about why I'm doing these videos, these riding videos, just a quick summary is that it's basically for my mom who's in a nursing home, memory care unit, and it's difficult to engage with her the way she is now. It's gotten progressively worse, and if any of you have any relatives like that or have known others like that, you know it's difficult to engage in conversation, and so writing videos is my way of doing that. So it really doesn't matter what I talk about in the video because I'm muting it when I'm with her and I'm just re-narrating it when I'm with her. She's just more concerned about the video than the narration anyway. But yeah, it's just a way to connect and try to kind of bring her out of her shell on some of her worst days. And you know, maybe also this helps other people in my family and friends that I have too that are housebound. So yeah, so that's just kind of the reason for these videos. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to just get on tonight and just ask you guys the question: if you're a Wired owner, if you're a Wired Freedom or a Wired Cruiser owner, I'm sure you've seen the news that's out now with the new updated model coming out in November. You may be like me as an August owner. I got my bike in the last week of August. And yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise to see a new model come out so quick after just getting this one. But that's the evolution of business, so I understand it, and I'm not upset at it by any means. Maybe a little disappointed, but certainly not at the owners and not at their business methods, because they got to make a profit, and we want them to have a good bike and keep going. So no harm, no foul on that at all. And but it just brings the question up tonight now: what are you going to do? Do you know? What are you going to do going forward? I'm pondering it too. What am I going to do? Am I going to stay with this bike or am I going to upgrade? So I'm curious about that. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to stay with it? Maybe you've got a June model. Maybe you've got a earlier model. I think they were, what, December last year? So I'm just kind of wondering what everybody's approach is going to be. I mean, these are some nice upgrades on the new bike. Certainly would be worthwhile having. But yeah, I'm just not quite sure what I'm going to do at this point. I might want to upgrade. I might sell this one and upgrade, but you know, it's a big decision because of, you know, all that you have to go through to get one of these things. You know, there's a lot of wait time involved. There's shipping issues. There's getting your bike dialed in and set up the way you like it, which I have that now. So I'm a little reluctant to give that up. You know, I bought my bike I ordered it online, and I think it was the second week of May, and I got it on the last week of August. So it's a long wait. That's pretty much all summer. And I had to ride an inferior e-bike, and you know, it just wasn't as fun as it would have been having this all summer. So now that I've got it, I'm a little bit, I don't know, less inclined maybe to give it up. It works great. I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't have any shipping damage. I didn't have any issues like that at all. And yeah, so it's running great. I'm really liking it. Had some more plans for some upgrades that I wanted to do to it, some of which are on the new bike. So for example, the chainring. I like this chainring that's now on the August model. I like the fact that you can push hard even at a higher speed, but there still is some ghost pedaling. And so for me, you know, I look at the new bike, the November bike, the 2024 one they call it, and I'm thinking, there's a couple things on it I'd really like. One is that chainring, one is the suspension. Those are probably the two big ones for me. The rest are nice to have, but I don't think that they're game changers for me personally. But I'm just thinking about changing out the chainring on this one versus maybe just selling it and upgrading to the new one. So I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that through, and I'm just wondering what everybody else is going to do. I think if you're watching this video, you're probably a member of the Wired Ebike's owners group on Facebook, as I am. And you've seen a few people on there with their decisions, kind of explaining what they're going to do. So just curious what other people are thinking about as well. And yeah, by the way, if you're not on that group, I would highly recommend getting on there if you're thinking about ordering a wired bike. It's a really nice group. It's a group of people who are helping each other. It isn't a snarky group. It isn't a group where people are trying to jump all over each other and prove how smart they are or anything like that. It's a bunch of people who are genuinely, for the most part, trying to help each other, and it's a really upbeat group, pretty civil, friendly group, and I'm really encouraged by that. You know, in today's world, we don't get a whole lot of that, so I'm hoping that group will remain that way, because it is a really good resource for news and upgrade information, and you know, maybe just seeing what other people are doing out there with their wired bikes. It's a cool community. I mean, Wired it's kind of a unique bike in a way, with all that it offers and the price range that it's at, and so kind of good to connect with everybody there. So join that if you're not already on it. But yeah, what is your take on the new 2024? Is it a game changer for you? Is it something that you gotta have? Is it something that you just need to upgrade to right away? Or have you decided that you're not gonna do that and you're just gonna stay put with your August model or June model or last year's model? Curious what your thoughts are. And I may post this on that Facebook site too, so if I do, answer there or answer here in the comments. I'm just curious to what everybody's thinking. I'm not sure yet. I'm on the fence. Maybe you're on the fence too. But yeah, if you've made the decision, I'm curious to what you're going to do. If you're going to sell your bike, what part of the country are you in, and what do you think the secondary market will be for less than a year old wired bike? That's the next issue we got to figure out, is what to sell it for and how much we're going to lose on the deal. I'm not really concerned about it. If I want to get the new one, I'm going to get it. But I just want to make the right choice and not give up a really good solid bike for maybe an untested one right now, and one that might come in with shipping damage, and yeah, so you know, just a lot of things to think through. I'm in Minneapolis, and I thought long and hard about going down to Chicago to pick this one up. My wife thought I was crazy, but I was kind of leaning towards it. But then work reared its ugly head, you know, that thing that gets in the way of our fun. And so I had to stay close to home and take care of some things. And driving down there was, oh, that was a close one. I did not get him. You probably thought I got him, but I did not, but it was really close. I don't know why those things are so unsure of themselves. Squirrels and rabbits and deer, right? They just never seem to know what they're doing when they get out on the road. Yeah, anyway, I was gonna go pick it up and couldn't do it. Had to wait for it to come in. Unfortunately, as some of you may know, I got shipped the wrong bike the first time. That could have been avoided had I gone down there and picked it up myself. No big deal though, I lost a few days. Then the new one, or this one came, the second one, and the carton was damaged on this one, but the bike was not. On the first one that I got in error, that carton was pristine, and of course that was the wrong one. So anyway, hopefully it made it back to them okay, in good shape. But yeah, you know, I lucked out and I ended up with a good bike all around, and so that's where I'm at now. So yeah, so if I did get the new one, if I did upgrade, I'd probably try to arrange my schedule to drive down there and pick it up, even though that would be a thoroughly unfun 6-hour drive each way. So we'll see. I wouldn't be as concerned about saving the shipping money as I would just getting it here in one piece and not worrying about UPS's shipping. When they came to pick up the original bike that was shipped in error, the two guys that were there, they rolled it end over end up onto the truck and into the truck. They rolled it a couple of times. And I asked them, hey, why would you guys do that to such an expensive item? And they said, well, it's easier to roll it than to lift it. So that's their mentality, right? And everybody's saying, well, let's go with FedEx or a different shipping company, but I think human nature is human nature, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna get damaged no matter who you go with. It's just something, it's a roll of the dice, and we gotta live with it. So anyway, yeah, so that factors into the decision too. Another thought is, living here in Minnesota, you know, I got winter coming up here, and our winters are a lot longer than the rest of the country. So once I put this away, I'm not taking it out again until the springtime. I'm not a winter rider. I don't want to be cleaning up my bike. You know, here in ice and snowy Minnesota, they put down a lot of salt on the roads to melt that stuff, and I don't want to be cleaning that off my bike every time I take it out. It just wouldn't be worth it. So I will wait until springtime. So I've got some time, I guess. I don't necessarily need to make my call on this right now. You know, maybe I can wait until another iteration comes out, maybe down the line. Maybe they'll work out the kinks in the first round of the 2024s, and I can maybe pick up another model that's closer to the springtime, that's had some time to be worked through and improved. So there is that. Another thing I'm trying to figure out is who else can I get involved in e-biking so that I can sell this to them and maybe have another person coming out with my wife and I to ride. I've got a couple people to ride with, but not too many. How about you? That's another thing I'd like to know. If you guys put that in the comments, maybe. How many people do you know that you ride with? Do you ride in groups? Do you ride by yourself? Do you ride with just your spouse? I guess I do all kinds of those, but it's fun to do group rides. They're just harder to find a lot of people e-biking. I guess my situation is kind of a little different. I'm an older guy. I'm 61. But most of my friends are like me. We're hockey players. I still play hockey, and pretty active in that, and so are a lot of my friends. And So I've talked to a lot of them about e-biking, and of course, you know, their mindset is like, it's almost like riding in a wheelchair, because they just want to ride the real bikes and get a true workout. And so there's a little bit of a pride issue going on with that, but trying to convince them of that mindset is a little difficult. And by the way, this is a great bike to have if you do want to ride that way for training. I'll just turn off the pedal assist and just push the bike around with no assist. And yeah, it's heavy, but it gives you a good workout. And it's almost like I have a mountain bike. One of my other bikes, it's this old steel mountain bike, and it's heavy, and I keep it just for that reason. It's a good training bike. But you know, this will be even better. But really, to be honest, I do not use this for that. I don't go riding to train. This is just purely for pleasure. I don't really need any more cardio. I get plenty of that just in my regular workouts. I love to work out, and I'm always doing it. And get plenty of cardio. This is just for fun. But yeah, would love to sell this to one of my buddies and get them out, maybe get them and their spouse, their family out and do some riding together. So we'll see how this all comes together. But yeah, some intriguing thoughts about the new bike. I do like it. It looks cool. I like the suspension. I like that chain ring, like we were saying. A lot of talk about the rack. I think the rack is fine. It's not too long. I don't have any problem kicking my leg up and over. I'm 5'11", 185, by the way. So it's not a problem in that regard. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. No worries. So, yeah, but a lot of good features on the bike. It looks better. I think they wrapped the cables better. That was kind of neat. Just all told, it's probably a worthwhile upgrade. It's awesome that they haven't changed the price on it yet. I'm kind of astonished that they haven't done that yet. If I wait till January to order another one, who knows, you know, maybe that price will have gone up. So that's another consideration. So hard to figure out what to do, I guess. Be cool to hear what you guys are going to do. So let me know in the comments. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts on who you ride with, how you ride, and what your plan is going forward here. Just be curious to know all those things about you and what you're doing. So that's it, guys. I think I'm going to call that the video for tonight. Appreciate you joining me on this ride. Hopefully you have a good fall season of riding. And we'll see you on the next one.